Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Golden Show that hopefully never ends here. And welcome to the evening for the last time here before I head back tomorrow, which, of course, I can confirm. All being well, I pray to God that I return in full affection. So, yeah, I just want to sort of summarize the few days which have been absolutely brilliant. Before I do that, by the way, I thought I'd introduce you to a track at the start, which of course has been produced by the very own Teddy J in 2015, courtesy of Music 2000. Now it's called Chill, something like that anyway, and of course it goes something like this. Well, of course you'll hear it in just a moment. I'm gonna sort of demonstrate it. So here it is. So yeah, that's just a little bit of it, what you heard a minute ago, and that was the actual theme that I have been using for quite some time, but although I have been using other themes as well. The reason why I'm looking around here, because I've got several cameras here, which I can sort of ideally use. So, for example, you'll see this one here. Let's cut over to it now. You should still hear my voice. Yeah, my voice should be still playing here. And now you'll see that camera up there, and of course this is the iPhone 7 camera, and that is pointing directly down to me from high up above the actual chest of drawers. Well, actually the chest of drawers are down here, so yeah, I think I got it mixed up, or the other way around. Actually it is the wardrobe which it's now laying on. No human could ever get up on there unless you're thin and you are a stunt artist or something like that. But hello to, of course, that camera up in that direction. Okay, we've also got the other camera, which is this camera here that I flick to now, that I started with, which is this one, which is, of course, Touring With Us Talking Today. It's actually got on the screen there. Bit like, of course, a Gillette Soccer Saturday kind of feel without the football scores. And also, of course, there is one more cam to tell you about. Of course, it's this cam here, maybe. Can I get it up? Let's see if I can find it here. There is a webcam here. That's the laptop, that's the webcam. And of course, it's this one up here. So hello, webcam up here. It's actually a Trust webcam. Do you actually trust it? Of course, somebody might be spying on me, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's not a CCTV by any means, so I'm just giving you a wave. The camera is actually fitted very cleverly on actually a TV, which I'll demonstrate. I'll try to now. I'll put this back in just a moment. You'll see what I've linked this camera onto. And of course, that's GB News with Patrick Christys. I do hope Dan Wootton does return, and of course it is, of course, Jacob Rees-Mogg on right now, and of course Patrick Christys will be the guy that's on next. Apparently that GB News is going to be having a new studio face in the new year. That's the news according to GB News. That's a bit of the adverts here, and of course that is just me from ground level. So let me just put that back. I'm just looking at the weather right now. Downpours tomorrow, thunderstorms. I can't even say the word. This is what I was like earlier, and I completely went blank. Thunderstorms possible. That's what I was trying to get at here. I always get to the wording if I can get to it. So I'll put that back. And of course I can go back and rest easy. So I can look at that camera and wave to you there. And if I flick to this one here, which is this one, yep, it's that one. Wow, that is amazing. And yeah, that's the main webcam of the laptop, by the way. This is the laptop cam. And there's another one here. Yep, I'm looking at that one. And there's one more to note about, which is the iPhone 7 cam, which, of course, somewhere is up here. So hello webcam up here. So hopefully you can see me, although it looks like I'm shrinked, doesn't it? It does look like that. So if I get up like that, can you see me better than I can crouching down like this? I'm trying to make it so that you can actually see me, but I don't know what it looks like. So do let me know in the comments what it looks like. If you do want to sort of say hello to me in the chat, feel free to do so. It is live, and of course I'm going to talk to you about my experience on Harbour Radio, and then I'm going to finish up with a little bit of a read of some spoons. It doesn't mean spoons of this kind here. It's one of these that people kind of like get mixed up with. Okay, so let's flick back onto this camera here. So I'm looking at this camera here. So hello up there. I don't know where you're watching from, but of course, yeah, hello whoever is watching here. Are we still on air? I don't know, but I hope we are. That's all I can say. So yeah, it looks like it's all on air. So yeah, it's great, isn't it? So yeah, hopefully it's still going on air. Apparently it's gone back to that one again. Oh, it's back on to me again. So sorry about that. But if you're watching on replay, we do appreciate that, as per usual. Is it still doing that? I don't know what it's like. Is it flicking around? Yep. Don't worry, I'm just testing all aspects here. So thank you so far to all the sort of subscribers here that have been immensely quite well. I'm just looking at that iPhone 7 camera here. There's so many different cameras available for me to look at all around the room, and there's about 3 of them, and of course, yeah, it's quite warming on that note. It's warming me up beautifully, although of course it might be the radiator doing that, actually, to be honest with you. So yeah, very good evening to you all. I want to talk about Harbour Radio, how I've really enjoyed the collaboration with Tracy on Step Back with Tracy Show, and Tracy Rassin, which of course is now a Facebook friend of mine, which of course is very nice indeed, and I enjoyed every bit of it. I know I stumbled once on there, but I did get to the point of what I was actually saying, and I wasn't really saying anything really that bad. It was just that I stumbled a little bit. I admit that, and of course you learn from it, and of course you always kind of like improve for next time. But yeah, it was a great experience. Of course, we were collaborating, singing Christmas songs as well. All I Want for Christmas Is You, and hopefully Tracy watches me right now, and of course remembers to play maybe the CD that I left with her. If she's lost it, then I'll have to give her another CD, but of course hopefully she took that with her. And of course it's got inspiration on it, which means you're an inspiration, which was a track that was played on an old community radio station back in Cambridge, which I actually didn't name. It was actually called Affinity Radio at the time, and it was actually broadcast on that station at the time. So that's You're an Inspiration, the original track, by the way, and there is a club mix version, by the way. All, of course, you know, kind of like produced by, of course, the very own Teddy J, as in Teddy Joyner. There is a YouTube account of Teddy Joyner, but of course I don't go on there very often, but of course I have uploaded music on there and various other tunes on there from time to time. So do check out some of the tunes that are on there as well, which is brilliant as well. So what I would actually say is that, yeah, do go over and check it out. Teddy J, that is, on YouTube. Subscribe to it if you want to. So, yeah, that was great. And, of course, yes, the collaboration, entertainment, and the welcoming was so brilliant. And the best bit, well, of course, the fun bit, I would say, rather than the best bit, you know, because the reason why I say that is because you don't often get a cup of tea, you know, given to you at a radio station. I've never had that in my experience of life. Maybe other radio stations could come up with that idea, but maybe they've got different safety policies on that due to equipment or something like that. I don't know if the BBC would actually allow that kind of thing, but of course, yeah, they don't allow, or don't seem to allow, a lot of things these days. But yeah, that's not the only channel that, of course, is like that as well. There's quite a few to name that I won't list them all. But of course, yeah, I go on to say mainly about Harbour Radio, and I want to thank the radio station manager, Big Nev, for allowing me to come on as a guest. You know, you got to thank the main, of course, program controller or maybe manager of the radio station. Just call him manager for now. And yeah, and thank, of course, Tracy with her brilliant show of Step Back with Tracy, which usually goes up on a Monday on Harbour Radio in Great Yarmouth between 2 and 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So that is all exciting, isn't it? So let's cut over to this camera over here. Hello everybody. I'm actually crouching down here, but I should actually stand up when I'm on that sort of camera here. So yeah, if I stand up here, it looks a bit more presentable, doesn't it, than seeing half my head. But yeah, as it is the last evening here, I'd like to obviously thank you all for watching and thank all the recent subscribers. We did, of course, lose one, and then of course we gained a few more to cover that basis. But of course, I don't mind saying we go up in leaps and bounds. But unfortunately, we hear this whirling news going around, of course, or something that is very, very strange going around. I'm not going to repeat it because we all know what that may well be. All that we've got to do is believe in ourselves and, you know, stick together at times of difficulty. And it's not too much to ask. It's free to do. And of course, we must conquer this fear of whatever this seems to be fear that is circulating around. And, you know, some people believe it, a majority don't. And sometimes they get the figures wrong as well. But I'm not going to go into depth with it. I'm just so disappointed with it. You know, it seems to be whirling around and we never get an edgeway of what really is going on. But anyway, that is another thing altogether. That's my tiny little bit of a sort of saying. And yeah, I'm going to read you what is on this news screen right now, like I do each time I come here. I'm going to now sit down and flick over to the next camera. So there we go. I'm back up to this one here. Let's read you some news and try and attempt it here. Judge rules Duke of Sussex must pay Mail on Sunday lawyers' bills after losing latest stage of High Court Liberal battle. I think that was yesterday. One nation of Tory MPs will vote for Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's Rwanda investigation tomorrow. And I'll read you that eat out to help out bit, which is quite important as well. I'm only reading the news, by the way. I'm not saying any opinions whatsoever. Government offers 2.5 billion financial package to support the return of Stormont executive. Okay, we'll read the other bit in just a moment because it goes too quick for me, really. And yeah, so I'll repeat that other one again. One nation, Tory MPs will vote for Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's Rwanda legislation, not investigation. No, I'd say that tomorrow. And I'll read you that eat out to help out in just a bit, so hang on in there if you can. So we'll go back to the laptop cam, which is what I'm waving to now. Hello everyone. Notice the quality of the pictures are different on each camera. So the webcam is going to be slightly better than the actual inbuilt webcam of the laptop, which is the direct one right now, and the one you saw a minute ago was the webcam, the Trust webcam, and the one up there somewhere in this direction or the other direction, I don't know, but yeah, whichever it is, it's pointing out me from above, and it's the iPhone 7 one. So yeah, Patrick Christys is on GB News right now. You know, lots of people have said a lot of things about him, either side of the coin. I'm not going to go into details. It's 6 minutes past 9 p.m. and you are watching Touring With Us Talk of the Day live, the last evening before I head back tomorrow. So it's quite interesting. Oh, I keep missing that important bit here. And of course, yeah, wait for it to roll past again. No doubt they are repeating the news anyway, because of course a lot of news stations do repeat after repeat, but I don't think GB News does it as much, you know, as the mainstream. But there we go, that's just one opinion over and over. So PM tells COVID inquiry he doesn't believe Eat Out to help out was a risk, and it helped protect workers from devastating consequences of job losses. So yeah, do you think I could be a newsreader? No, I don't think so. So it says on the side, Jesus Christ holds sins for us, I think, something like that. Someone was just showing up a sign up there. I don't know what that was all about. So yeah, anyway, of course, yeah, it seems to be very much political on TV, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But GB News, do you know what, is the only channel that I seem to watch, other than some channels that I do enjoy listening to, like Harbour Radio from time to time. You know, I do switch that on from time to time. There's a few others. I like Broadcasting Christians kind of radio station, the UCB, United Christian Broadcasters. I like that from time to time. That is quite nice. Oh, Nigel Farage is talking. Let's have a listen to what he's got to say. Although, of course, I won't turn the volume up because, you know, if I turn the volume up, you won't be able to hear something strange happening, which happened recently, that the TV changed channel on its own when I had it at naught. It hasn't done that tonight so far, but yeah, that's the reason why I haven't turned it up. No, the other reason is because, you know, I don't really want you to hear the sort of talking over me. All I can tell you is Ben Butterworth's in the studio, Belinda DeLucy, and Carol Maloney, I think it is. The same usual lot when Dan Wootton was on the presenting side here. And I can tell you, the breaking news is that GB News will have a new studio lift in the new year. That is definitely going to happen. But yeah, I've enjoyed all the cups of tea, especially from the brewed tea lady of all time. It's got to be Tracy Russin. A big shout out to you. She likes shout out, actually, by the way. And of course, yeah, I've been always saying I don't like the word shout out because you are shouting down the street. So I give a mention. Anyway, of course, yeah, people like different things, so I can't mock her for that. You know, that's her own opinion, and she's entitled to her opinion. Anyway, of course, yes, let's have a look. Anyone else in the chat? I don't know how many people are watching right now, but if you're watching absolutely anywhere, we'd really do appreciate it. We've had 2 views, which is not too bad. So, yeah, I've picked up, or happened to pick up one of these magazines here, right, okay, and it is Wetherspoons magazines here, the latest edition. And of course, they have at least 55 hotels in England, Ireland, and Scotland and Wales. That's in total. I haven't been to all of them, but I have been to a few. I'll tell you what I have been to. Huntingdon, the Sanford House. King's Lynn, I have not yet been to, but I do know they do have a hotel there. And the other one was Beccles, the King's Head Hotel. Remember where you heard that one. I haven't been to any other hotels, but other Wetherspoons that I have been to. Before we go on to something else regarding Wetherspoons, just want to read some of the Your Say section of the magazine, which I don't think many people, or maybe you do, maybe you are a fan of Wetherspoons watching right now, and of course like to hear what other people have to say about the actual spoons, whether it's good or bad. And if you do get in the magazine or happen to get into the magazine, what you get gifted, and you used to get £30 just generally of vouchers, but now they've sort of, I think it's now dropped down to £20 of Wetherspoons gift cards for every letter that they print. Okay, and of course you need to send your sort of say, if you have any say, to this email, editor@JD Wetherspoons, or just the Witherspoon, okay, no S on the end of it. So editor@JDWetherspoons.co.uk. The editor you can also write to Wetherspoon News, JD Wetherspoon's Place, Centre Park, Reeds Crescent in Watford. That's what I call Watford Wetherspoons, because it is the home of Wetherspoons, by the way. WD24 4QL. So yeah, you'll see the Your Say bit. Can I put it up to the camera there? And there you go. Your Say bit there, and that's where, of course, you'll get information of how much you will sort of win if you get printed in the magazine. I've written to Wetherspoons a lot of times, but never been ever mentioned. So yeah, I'm sure that there are other people that have tried to write in and never got in. Unfortunately, they only have one page these days. They used to have a big page of it, but of course they've cut it down a lot. Well, maybe that's the rule of the editor. So, of course, let's start with this one. No gold in them, the hills. Okay, whatever that is, THAR. So, dear editor, this is coming from Kieran Hutchinson via email. I read in the latest Wetherspoons News edition that Thatcher's Gold, so it's Thatcher's Gold they're talking about, will be available in southwest England only. I'm just wondering why it's not available in the rest of the UK and whether there's a chance of it coming back. So that's from Kieran Hutchinson via email. That's what he says. Regards at the end. Tim Martin, the chairman of Wetherspoons, who I've met myself in Thetford Red Lion in Thetford in Norfolk, replies to that, because he replies mostly every pretty much letter written in. Gold, always believe in your soul. You got the power to know you're indestructible. Okay, so Spandau Ballet wasn't talking about cider. The truth is, note the second allusion to the Spandau Ballet song, that Thatcher's Gold is an excellent product, narrowly lost out to Strongbow in some parts of the country. However, if there's significant demand, we'll try and make it available. That's his answer and reply to that. So a lot of people do actually ask Tim, as in Tim Martin this time, the chairman of Wetherspoons, whether it's okay to have pets in Wetherspoons. Well, it's a touchy subject, and his answer is for safety reasons they can't allow it in the restaurants. So yeah, maybe it's not a safety issue elsewhere, but it is in Wetherspoons at this moment of time. Someone says, will app, as in APP, allow us to donate? So dear editor, every time I go to the pub, my family and I always put our loose change into the charity boxes. But we've noticed that it is not possible to donate anything via the app. Would it be possible, please, to have a charity selection or section on the app? Every penny counts. Well done on your charity work. That's from Mr. Michael O'Connor via email. And he obviously said thank you at the end of the email. Tim replies, an interesting comment which we have recently debated. Okay, there is a danger of customers feeling pressures to make the donations, so we're unsure that donating via the Wetherspoon app is the right move. As you will be aware, the company, through its customers and staff, is the biggest corporate donor to Young Lives versus Cancer. So hopefully the absence of app donations will not hamper our future efforts. So that's what Tim Martin replies back to that. Somebody says, please bling, please bring back the salad days, or my salad days. That's the main heading title. Please bring back my salad days. Dear editor, because in these calorie conscious times, I would like to see you offer salad cream as a condiment. Interesting there. It has half the calories of mayo. Golden oldies like me prefer it. Yours, D. Roberts, Newcastle, Tyne and Wear. Tim Martin replies, as a connoisseur, in the old days of salad cream, sandwiches, bread, butter and salad cream, I hear what you say. Not everyone shares your or my gastronomical heritage, but I certainly make inquiries of the Groovy catering team. He calls it the Groovy catering team. Of course, yes, we might consider it at some point. So yeah, this is the section that, of course, some people talk about dogs in restaurants, for example, and maybe the use of animals in Wetherspoons. Dear Tim, I keep reading customers' letters asking you to accept dogs in your pubs, yet like to urge you not to change your mind on this matter. I do not think that any dog owners would be pleased if an aggressive other dog were to take the exception to their own dog, let alone children or to other customers. No, busy family pubs serving food are not a place for dogs. This is against dogs now, and you'll have a lot of people saying there should be dogs. This one is against. Yours sincerely, Carol Ramsey, North Newington in Oxfordshire. Of course, Tim replies to this one. Wetherspoon, some regular customers will remember, was the first pub company to ban smoking in pubs. I did not know that, and now that you lot know that now. I did not know that myself. Or maybe you did know that, I'm not quite sure. Before there was an international ban. Some smokers were a bit cross with us, but strangely enough, most smokers he speaks to today no longer seek a return to smoking indoors. I suspect that most dog owners are sympathetic to dog prohibition in our big and busy pubs. However, of course, as we said before, this is an area that we can't please all of the people all of the time. We've heard that saying before. I don't know if it's come from Lee Mack or something. I'm sure I've heard of it. Right, okay, let's have a look at the final one. I think the other one takes forever to read, so I'm not going to bore you with it. So, yeah, here's the final one that I'm going to read. It's just one that I haven't read because it is long to read. Maybe I'll read it another day. Any wholemeal buns in the oven? Dear editor, okay. We regularly dine at your pubs and usually enjoy your burgers and wonder whether a wholemeal bun option is possible or would be possible. One of our regular diners is unable to eat white bread and pasta, etc., and the remainder of our party would also prefer a healthier burger bun. Carolyn Allenson from Bridlington. I said or meant Bridlington in not West, but East Yorkshire. I can't read it. You know, my eyesight's going strange. So Karen Allison from Bridlington in East Yorkshire said that. Tim replies, most people say that our menu is extensive. One of the problems, though, is trying to expand it further in respect of relatively minority tastes, as this causes problems for back of the house storage. Having said that, the Groovy catering team will look into your request. So that's your answer from Tim Martin, the chairman of Wetherspoons. Now I need to go through this section here. You know, of course, Wetherspoons is, I would say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in the list of course, a score out of 10 for food hygiene rating. Interesting to know that. Excuse me. So, yeah, there is a little article from someone I know well. Well, I don't know the guy 100% well, but of course, yes, his name is Harry, in a hurry as he takes Haverhill Helm. So if you're watching from Haverhill and you are a resident of Haverhill, then you might be aware of this, or you might not even Wetherspoons visit at all, or do a Wetherspoons visit. So, yes, I'm going to finish up with this, by the way, because, you know, I've gone on for too long here. So, you might be a Wetherspoons fan, or you might not be here on this particular case. So, this article explains a little bit about this, and I'm going to read this here, take time to read it now. And, of course, yeah, it's about the Drum and Smock Wetherspoons in Haverhill, which is a unique pub of Haverhill. I suggest some people try it out and give it a taste of some of the food and drink in there, and the quality has improved since this manager has come through, strangely enough, in my opinion. Some people may disagree with that, but I am one that, of course, thinks it's alright. I'm probably one of many, by the way. So when in July 2023, at the age of 21, Harry Campbell was appointed pub manager at the Drum and Smock Haverhill, he became one of the youngest in the company to take on the role. Harry's Wetherspoons career began at the age of 16, working on Friday and Saturday evenings as an under-18 floor associate at the Bottle Kiln in Harwich, which I haven't yet been to, by the way. His father, Peter Campbell, currently running the Moon and Starfish in Clacton-on-Sea, was a pub manager at Harwich at the time, and Harry quite naturally took to the work. He recalled, I knew how supportive Wetherspoon was to my parents, and I was almost born into it, really. From the age of 16, it was something I was going to do, although, if I'm honest, I didn't think I would become a pub manager. His parents, Peter and Kathy, had been pub managers at the Picture Palace, not Picture House, at the Picture Palace in Braintree, which I've also been to. That's one of mine on the list. And the Batsford Court in Witham. I haven't actually been to that one. I would like to though. Kathy had also been a training coordinator and is now a shift manager at the Moon and Starfish. Harry's younger brother, Joe, is also a shift manager at the Clacton-on-Sea pub. Harry spent 4 years at the Bottle Kiln, progressing very quickly to hold the pub for a month during Christmas 2022. He remembered, "It was a very busy time and I learnt a lot about the business and my own capabilities. A brief spell at the Great Glen for William, a handful of shifts at the Velvet Coaster in Blackpool, and a short time at the Bell Hotel in Aylesbury, now closed, preceded his appointment as a pub manager at the Dravot Smock." Harry, who has also joined at Haverhill by his girlfriend's shift leader Rosie Spratt, added, "I have learnt an awful lot from many people, including my mum and dad, and am continuing to learn from the very knowledgeable and experienced management team here at the Dravot Smock. I'm really lucky and enjoy my job very much." Harry included, "The opportunities are there, and with the support which the company provides, I could definitely go further. For now though, I am focusing on making the pub a success." So there you go. Of course, that was a lot to say on that, but yeah, I've had a lot to say, and I'm going to leave it on that note. And of course, shall I leave it standing up? Not to the national anthem, by the way, God Save the King, as it formerly was God Save the Queen. So yeah, let's go to the iPhone 7 camera for the last time here, because I want to make the battery worthwhile. So back up to that camera here. Oh, it's up there. Okay, I'll stand up. Not for the national anthem. But yeah, thank you so much everyone that has watched all of the videos, including the live, which lasted about 25 minutes in Great Yarmouth. I don't think I can do one for the last time tomorrow, but of course I'll be missing my trip here. I've had some really nice sleeps here. They didn't do the bed for this time round on a Monday. Maybe they do it more in the week, but of course all they did is yet again the same thing on Sunday, which was of course just update the milks, which are in these jugs here. So yeah, can you count how many are in there? Well, of course, if you think you know the answer, let us know in the comments. And of course, yes, just for fun, would you like to have a guess? Well, of course, I can count them right now. There might be 10 of them. That would be my guess anyway, because I don't know the answer to that question that I've asked you until I actually count them myself. You know, so I haven't a clue myself. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There are 10 in there. That is the answer. So well done if you got that right. So yeah, from the iPhone 7 camera here, and the laptop camera, and of course the Trust camera, which has been dangling on the TV just over to my left, and maybe you're watching me to the right, I don't know. But this camera, iPhone 7, has been directly from the Droid Cam, which is the app on the computer which links to OBS Studio, and the only way you can actually get it to work is get a decent phone, and of course you've got to get the app on both the phone, as in the mobile, and the software that you're going to be streaming through, like of course a laptop. So you need a laptop and a mobile, so a bit of both on that note. Hopefully you got the gist of all of what I said. A huge thank you to Tracy Russin earlier today, who had me on right way through to the end of the show, which was amazing. I was surprised that she kept me for that long, but yeah, she did. And of course, we hugged. Well, we didn't kiss, but of course we hugged at the end. She'll like me for that anyway. And what a way to, you know, say goodbye to, of course, a presenter, which hopefully I'll see in the new year when, of course, I come back due to circumstances. I may not be able to do it, but of course, hopefully, the circumstances won't be changeable anytime soon, so I will be able to. So it's 50-50 basically. Who knows what's going to happen in the future, but of course, yeah, we may not be allowed to come over here in the future the way things are going. But yeah, on that note, yeah, hope Tracy has a good return. You know, travel back to Lowestoft, where she's based. She sounds like she is from Great Yarmouth, from Norfolk, with a Norfolk accent, but I don't know if she's a Suffolk accent person. But it sounded just like a Great Yarmouth accent or Norfolk accent. But anyway, of course, if you did miss the show, it's on the archive for 7 days on Mixcloud. So hopefully you get a chance to see it. Hopefully I'll be having an opportunity to edit bits out for the Touring With Us channel. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Touring With Us and hit that thumbs up. It helps. Yeah, it helps boost the subscribers, not eat out to help out, that kind of strategy. What a slogan, eh? But yeah, it's probably good at the time. But yeah, the place to be, which is Touring With Us, wherever you may be. And of course, we connect with Lumens Platform as well. Just thought I'd mention that. I haven't mentioned that very often, but of course, Lumens Platform Media, that is. It is Nick C signing off for now. Wherever you may be, truly and deeply, have yourself a wonderful time. It is truly and deeply also end of story for now. Peace out and take care of yourselves and most importantly each other. Remember, we are the golden show that hopefully never ends. Good night and God bless you all. Stay safe and stay warm. And hopefully we'll see you in the new year, and we'll see you on the next video, and there'll be plenty of videos to come from Great Yarmouth to come up, and if they are on there, give them a thumbs up, and it helps boost our subscribers to the highest level possible. Thank you so much. God bless you all, and see you next time. Bye everybody. Bye bye everybody. Bye bye. Let's fade out. Bye.